Creating amazing AI images is a lot of fun, but paying a monthly subscription to a tech giant just to render servers gets annoying fast. Plus, not everyone wants their personal prompts and ideas sitting on someone else's computer. Today we are taking control back. I'm going to show you how to build a completely free, offline, and private AI image generator right on your Linux machine. Normally, setting up your own local AI means dealing with extremely confusing software that looks like a giant spiderweb of code. But we are going to use a tool called SwarmUI. It gives you a clean, simple dashboard and handles all the complicated engine stuff completely in the background. By the end of this video, you'll be generating stunning, high-quality images entirely on your own hardware. Let's get into it. So, what exactly are we installing? To run AI locally, you basically need two things: an engine and a dashboard. The engine we are using is called ComfyUI. It's incredibly powerful, but setting it up from scratch looks like a confusing mess of nodes and wires. That's where SwarmUI comes in. Think of SwarmUI as the steering wheel and the dashboard. It gives us clean tabs and easy sliders, while ComfyUI does all the heavy lifting hidden under the hood. Before we open the terminal, let's do a quick hardware check. You will need any modern Linux distro. I'm using Linux Mint today, but Ubuntu, Arch, and Fedora all work perfectly. You will need at least 16 GB of system RAM and about 30 GB of free space on an SSD. For your graphics card, an NVIDIA GPU with at least 8 GB of VRAM is the sweet spot, but AMD cards work perfectly too. Alright, let's build this thing. Open up your terminal. First, we need to install a few basic building blocks so our system can run the AI. I have put all the commands we are going to use today down in the description. Go ahead and paste the sudo apt install command. It simply grabs Git, Python, and the .NET framework. Hit enter and let it run. If you use Arch or Fedora, your specific install commands are down there too. Next, we need to grab the official SwarmUI installer. Type cd followed by the tilde symbol just to make sure you are starting in your home folder. Then paste the wget command and hit enter. Finally, use the chmod command to give the script permission to run, and then execute it by typing /install-linux.sh. This step automatically downloads all the core files we need. Depending on your internet speed, this will take a few minutes. When the installation finishes, SwarmUI will automatically open in your web browser. If it doesn't, just type localhost :7801 into your address bar. This is the setup wizard. Click agree, and for the path, make sure you click customize settings. SwarmUI is smart enough to automatically detect your hardware, so it will handle your GPU settings for you. Pick whatever theme looks best for you. For the network, select just yourself with LAN access. This is a great feature because it lets you open this dashboard and generate images from your phone or laptop on the same network. Then for the backend engine, select ComfyUI local. Now this step is important. Do not select any of the default models. Leave everything completely unchecked. We are going to manually install a much more advanced model in a minute. Click install now. SwarmUI will take some time here to download and install the ComfyUI engine in the background. Once that finishes, you will be dropped right into your brand new dashboard. SwarmUI is installed, but right now, if you restart your computer, you will have to open a terminal to launch it manually every single time. Let's fix that by creating a proper app shortcut so it feels like a native software. Open a new terminal and paste the nano command to create the startup script. Paste the block of code from the description, save the file by pressing Ctrl-O, then Enter, then Ctrl-X, and then use the chmod command to make it executable. Finally, grab the last block of code from the description and paste it in. This takes the script and wraps it into a shortcut right inside your Linux app menu. Now you can just go to your app launcher, type SwarmUI, and launch your AI exactly like a normal piece of software. Just a quick heads up, this will automatically pop open a terminal window. That's your engine actually running in the background. Just minimize it and let it do its thing. Your dashboard is ready, but it still needs the actual AI model to generate images. We are using Flux.2 Klein. Grab the download link from the description. Once it downloads, you just need to copy the file into the correct folder. Open your file manager, navigate to your SwarmUI directory, go into models, and place the file specifically inside the diffusion models subfolder. If you put it inside the main models folder, SwarmUI just won't be able to find it. Also, if your graphics card has more than 8 GB of VRAM, you can try some better models that gives you even higher quality results. I've added the links to those down in the description. Head back to SwarmUI click the Models tab at the bottom, hit refresh on the left, and click your new Flux model to load it. You might notice tabs for VAEs, LoRAs, and control nets. There's no need to download any of that right now. SwarmUI handles the VAEs automatically. We are going to use LoRAs later in the video, and you can completely ignore the rest. Time for the magic. Over on the left, set your steps to 8 and make sure your CFG scale is at 1. This specific Flux model is so optimized that it runs perfectly at 1. Now for the prompt. Flux works best when you write in full descriptive sentences like a novelist, rather than just using random keywords. So let's type a high-quality photograph of a mysterious astronaut sitting on a park bench on a foggy autumn morning. Click the Generate button. A pop-up will ask you if you want to install GGUF support. Just click Install. By the way, if you have more than 8 GB of VRAM and downloaded one of the other models from the description, you probably won't even see this pop-up. Hit Generate one more time. Now, if you look at your terminal, you will see it downloaded a few extra files. Think of the main model you downloaded as an artist, but that artist doesn't speak English. It needs a translator, which is called a text encoder. SwarmUI detects what's missing and automatically downloads the perfect translator for you. This is a one-time process. Once it finishes, your GPU kicks in, and in a second, you will have just created your first completely private offline AI image. All your future generation will be much faster. Also, I've added a quick prompting guide at the end of the written tutorial in the description, so be sure to check that out later to get the absolute best result from this model. Now that we have our image, let me show you how intuitive the editing process is. You don't need any complex photo editing skills, because with this model you simply use natural language. Just click and drag your astronaut photo right down into the prompt box, and SwarmUI will instantly attach it as your starting image. Next, delete your old prompt entirely. Instead of manually selecting or coloring things, just describe exactly how you want the image to change. I'm going to type, the astronaut is now wearing a bright neon pink spacesuit and holding a glowing red electric guitar. Leave your steps at 8 and your CFG scale at 1. Click Generate. The AI looks at your photo, reads your natural language command, and alters exactly what you asked for, while keeping the rest of the scene intact. In just a few seconds, you have a perfect seamless edit. Sometimes you don't want to alter the whole image. You just want to change one specific detail. To do this, look at your history on the right side. Click your original astronaut image and click the Edit Image button. This opens up a specialized editor workspace. Make sure the mask layer is selected on the right and grab your brush tool. Now carefully paint only over the exact area you want to change. I'm going to draw a mask right over the glass of the astronaut's visor. Next, we need to set the parameters. Expand the init image group on the left and set your init image creativity to 0.65. This controls how much freedom the AI has. If the edit ends up looking wrong, you can always lower this number. If it doesn't change enough, you can raise it. Keep your steps at 8 and CFG scale at 1. With the Flux model, you use instruction-based editing for mask areas. Delete your prompt and tell it exactly what to do. Type change the visor reflection to a bright blue tint. Click Generate. The AI will look only at your mask area, apply the change, and seamlessly blend it into the original lighting. Next, let's look how to apply specific art styles using LoRAs. Think of this as a small style plugins. Go to civitai.com/models, filter for Flux.2 Klein LoRAs, and find a style you like. Before you download in the file, make sure to check the details panel on the right. You need to note the creator's recommended strength settings and copy the exact trigger word. Move the downloaded file into your SwarmUI directory, specifically inside the models folder, and then into the LoRa's subfolder. Back in SwarmUI, open the LoRa's tab at the bottom, hit refresh, and click your new style to activate it. Finally, adjust the strength slider to match what the creator recommended. To apply this style to our existing image, drag the original astronaut photo back into your prompt box. Set your init image creativity between 0.4 and 0.9. A lower number keeps the exact original shapes, while the higher number gives the AI more freedom to redraw the scene. For the prompt, describe the scene normally, type style, and then paste your trigger word at the very end. Keep steps at 8 and CFG at 1 and hit generate. The AI will completely redraw your composition into new artistic style. As a quick tip, if you don't want to memorize trigger words, you can edit the metadata of any LoRa in SwarmUI. Paste the Civit AI link and it will automatically download all the trigger words directly into your dashboard. And there you go. You now have a completely private, unlimited AI engine running directly on your own hardware. No monthly subscription, no cloud servers, and your data never leaves your computer. We really only covered the very basics today. There are a massive amount of models and combinations out there to explore. And if you ever decide you want absolute control over your generations, you can experiment directly with the ComfyUI engine by clicking ComfyUI workflow right at the top of the main page. Be sure to check the description for the full written guide and the prompting tips to get the best results. If you are interested in more local AI tools and self-host projects, check out some of the other videos in my channel. Thanks for watching.